What's up, guys? It's your boy Damnboitv, back with another video. Today we are gonna look at 6 things you need to know as a warrior. It is pretty basic stuff, but you might not know these small things, but they will make a huge difference and they will make you a better warrior if you know them. Before we get started, if you have any questions or the like, feel free to join my Discord, link in the description below. And if you'd like to see more of me, come check me out on Twitch. I stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 7 to 11 p.m. Damnboitv with 2 eyes. A sub, a like, and a comment down below would be greatly appreciated as well. It really helps my videos being shown to more people. Thank you in advance, and let's get into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is hit cap and stat priority. To always hit with your yellow attacks, your Bloodthirst, Heroic Strike, etc., you need, with just 300 weapon skill, you need 9% hit cap. If you get 305 weapon skill, you only need 6% because the 5 extra weapon skill gives you 3% hit. On top of that, getting 305 weapon skill reduces the glancing blow penalty on your white attacks. Glancing blows are white attacks, which happens around 40% of the time when attacking bosses. And a glancing blow reduces the amount of damage your white attacks do when it occurs. By getting 305 weapon skill with the weapons you're using, you will thereby be increasing the amount of damage your white hits does, plus you'll need 3% hit less from your gear. So if you want to min-max your character, what you want to do is you want to get 305 weapon skill minimum and 6% hit. The most commonly used items for getting this extra weapon skill, if you don't have it from your racial, whether you're orc or human, is getting Edgemaster handguards, 7 skill to axe, daggers, and swords. There's H-cord leather gloves that gives 5 to daggers, and there's Expert Gold Miner's helmet that gives you 7 to axes. The Gold Miner's helmet is the cheapest to get, Edgemaster's is the most expensive to get. After getting those 2 stats, weapon skill and hit cap, your stat priority will look like this: strength, then attack power, then agility, and then crit. The next thing we want to look at is the DPS rotation. It's more of a priority list than a rotation as such. For single target, your main priority is to use Bloodthirst on cooldown to never delay that. Your second priority is to use Whirlwind on cooldown. And your last priority is dumping Rage with Heroic Strike. For multiple targets, your first priority is Whirlwind, keep it on cooldown. Your second priority is using Bloodthirst on cooldown. And if you have excess rage, extra rage, you can dump rage with Cleave. At 20% HP and below, of course, execute spamming is your main priority. For more detail of your rotation, as for including hamstring, etc., as Horde, you can go to my Fury Warrior DPS rotation and macros linked in the top right of the screen at the moment. The next thing I want to talk briefly about is Heroic Strike / Cleave Queueing. In short, what this feature does is that whenever one of these abilities are queued, the miss penalty from dual wielding is removed. What this means is that your offhand swings while it's queued will have the same miss chance as wearing a single-handed weapon, meaning 6% or 9 hit cap depending on your weapon skill. On top of that, the feature does not remove glancing blows. There is a difference between Alliance and Horde here because Horde have Wind Fury. What the difference is here is that if an offhand attack finishes at the same time as the main hand queued attack, it does not gain the benefit that we just stated. That's why as an Alliance, it's highly suggested that you do not use same speed weapons. But as for Horde, it doesn't matter because they have Wind Fury to desynchronize their weapons attack speed. Another question some might ask in regard to Heroic Strike / Cleave Queueing, is it worth toggling? Toggling means you're queuing your Heroic Strike and then you're clicking it off by doing a cancel cast Heroic Strike right before it goes off so it doesn't go off. Without will buffs, this is less than 1% DPS increase. With will buffs, it is less than 0.1% DPS increase. There are other factors in an encounter that you should focus more on: cooldown usage, the strategy of the fight, etc. So it is highly advised not to do toggling. The next topic of today is, of course, cooldown and consumable usage. It is crucial if you want to be one of the top warriors that you use your cooldowns properly. We are going to talk about Diamond Flask, Death Wish, Mighty Rage and Wreck. So on a single target fight you want to use these cooldowns so they run out when the boss dies. Rule of thumb is to rather use your cooldowns too early than too late, so you don't have extra seconds of them up when the boss dies. So that means you want to use Diamond Flask 1 minute before the boss dies. You want to use Death Wish 30 seconds before the boss dies. You want to use your Mighty Rage pot 20 seconds before the boss dies. Or you can also use it for a big fat execute in execute phase. And you want to use Recklessness 16 seconds before the boss dies. Remember the rule of thumb. Rather have your cooldowns up for the entire duration than having seconds left after the boss dies. What you can do is you can look at your previous kills on Warcraft logs and use those times for the next week. As for cleave fights, it looks a little bit different. You want to use all your cooldowns when you're cleaving. That means you want to pre-pop your Diamond Flask 2 seconds before cleaving starts. You're going to pre-pop Death Wish 1 second before cleaving starts. And then you're going to pop your Mighty Rage when there's 20 seconds left on Death Wish. And your Recklessness when there's 16 seconds left on Death Wish. And then it's just all about going ham. The second last tip I want to give you is, of course, do Sunder armor on your first global cooldown when you are raiding to get those 5 Sunders up ASAP. This is really crucial to doing max DPS in a fight. So the last tip I want to give you guys is, it's kind of still an issue, I'd say, even though people have been playing for a year or so. Some warriors, they just neglect to actually pop a shield and taunt a boss when the tank dies. So I just want to show you briefly. You can make 1 macro to do it all, or you can make 2 macros, so you can use 1 macro to swap to 1 hand and shield, and then you can use another one for taunt. That's what I do, because it's not always I want to pop my shield on. It's not necessary, at least not with my gear. But anyway, just to show you briefly how to do this. The first one looks like this. You click 1 button and it swaps to your shield in 1 hand, plus it taunts. And it is pretty simple. I will post it down in the description down below. Equip Grand Marshal Aegis, this is your shield. Equipslot 16, this is your 1 hand. Start attack to start attacking the target again after you've clicked it. Cast defensive stance, cast taunt. The cancelaura Greater Blessing of Salvation is a nice addition as well, just so you can actually get threat when you use it. The second option is using 2 macros. As you can see, start attack, cast defensive stance, cast taunt, cancelaura Blessing of Salvation. This is the one I use because I rarely use my shield. And the second macro you then use looks like this. Equip Grand Marshal's Edges, Equipslot 16 Grand Marshal Swiftblade. You can equip the Worn Shield Bone Mirror's Edge, put in whatever weapon, 2-hand weapon you want to use. I use this because when I'm PvPing, I can just click this macro twice and it actually swaps to my 2-hander as well. But as you can see, you click the 2 macros and it works exactly the same. It's just a little bit slower than using 1 macro taunt. If you have any questions or the like, feel free to throw me a comment down below. A like and a sub would also be greatly appreciated. You can also join my Discord for further questions. Link is in the description down below. I do also stream on Twitch Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday from 7 to 11 PM +2 GMT. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a damn great day.